surf fans, get ready for an epic 8:05 post show, part of the Billabong Pro Pipeline. As we see MJW, Moana Jones Wong, the wild card, making history here at Pipeline. Last time this happened, it was Tyler Wright at Sunset Beach. But again, make some room in the history books for Moana Jones Wong from right here on Oahu. She just took down a world champion in the first ever championship tour finals here at Pipeline. A full event for the women. Chris Cote, Ross Williams, Rosie Hodge. I mean, said I wasn't going to cry anymore today, but I think that's off the table. An emotional victory for so many different reasons. The stoke is real. And the feeling that Moana Jones Wong must have right now, I mean, that is a dream, literally, that just came true in front of all of our eyes.
It's incredible. It was really fun to watch, and good for her, too. It's really tough to be touted all week from everyone around, saying, hey, you're the one to beat, you're the one to beat, and then live up to it. So, I mean, talk about a sigh of relief. She's going to really be able to just enjoy this now, relax.
Oh, cool moment there. You know, the crowd was behind her, no doubt, all week long. And like you said, the international media touting her as the queen of Pipeline. Well, the queen reigns supreme. We do have a wild card winner, and there are so many reasons to celebrate right now. Rosie, women's surfing, first and foremost, just incredible for today.
Yeah, what an accolade. I mean, and what a huge moment for women's surfing. And I think it couldn't have come at a better time. We've had these women that have paved the way for this exact moment, but you have to look at the talent on tour at the moment. Every single woman from the first horn just absolutely centered. Super proud of what the women were able to achieve this past week.
You know, I love that the finals went down in big, scary, unruly Pipeline. You know, that's what everybody wanted to see. We got that and some. Full credit to all the surfers that tested the limits today. Ross, I mean, maxing 8 to 12 feet, some of the biggest sets that we've seen of the entire week, rolling through just in time for the semis and finals. And big news for Moana Jones Wong. Not only is she our Billabong Pro Pipe champion, also #1 in the world. Incredible.
Yeah, and we got word that she got a wild card into the next event, too. That's official. She'll be at Sunset. I mean, be hard not to, right? Like, hey, you're #1 in the world. The door's open. You're coming on in. So, and that's what I love about events here at Pipe and on the North Shore in general is it's one part competition, one part dealing with all the water and all the scary fear factor stuff. And man, Moana set the bar.
She did set the bar, and getting through the toughest field of competition that we've seen. So that's huge. Going into Sunset, I can't wait to see what she does there, because we know that she's, you know, can be in that realm of a pipeline specialist. Where do her talents extend as we head out onto the North Shore?
Yeah, the test is just beginning. Moana Jones Wong answering in a big way. Let's take a look at Moana Jones Wong and her road to glory here at the Billabong Pro Pipeline. I mean, her stature on the beach all week long has just been positive, psyched to say the least, the big smile on her face. She said it early on. She wanted it to be big and gnarly, and she got what she wanted.
She did, and she stuck to her guns, too. She really had a very simplified game plan, which was find the wave she wanted, find the entry she wanted. That's Pipeline. We're at the Pipeline Pro. So I think that clear path, Rosie, it really helped her.
And all the angles that we have here on site really just pays attention to what she's doing. Just that early entry into the waves. Every single time, Ross, it seems like she just shuffles up that board, keeps the weight and momentum forward. Yeah, she's really perfected what she's good at out here.
Yeah, she's got the perfect lineup, and that's a tribute to the hours that she has spent out here. And you guys know how it is, just paddling out at Pipeline. You know, it's really scary, and she's done it for years now, and it showed.
Got to give full credit to Carissa Moore as well. First one in the water every single day this week. Even today, when it looked so terrifying out there, she was right out there, crack of dawn, putting in her time. Had some great waves ridden throughout this event. Carissa Moore, you know, while she is second place in the world currently, watch out, Carissa Moore is already well in the title hunt.
Yeah, and she is going to be super tough to beat at Sunset Beach. She's got the strongest carve in the game, so yeah, she is looking really good. And credit to Carissa, too, for surfing so well here out at Pipe. You know, there was a small advantage of it being so big today. The Moana going left, that that was the advantage, and she took advantage of that. But Carissa, she was just one little chandelier coming out of that backdoor barrel away from blowing that final open.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many moments, and it is a game of inches, it seems like, at backdoor, at pipeline. There were so many moments where the surfers almost make it out, and those are the exciting moments where you get paid the big scores or you just back in that range of threes.
The bracket gives us the complete picture here. All of these surfers put it on the line. Got to give credit to Malia Manuel, Isabella Nichols, Brisa Hennessy, Joanne DeFay, all putting up a big fight. Semifinals was epic. Moana Jones taking out Tyler Wright. We'll never forget Tyler Wright's incredible backdoor wave. Then it was Carissa Moore and Lakey Peterson. So at the end of the day, the wild card reigns supreme. And Russ, I love your point of answering to the pressure. I mean, obviously she knows what the world is saying about her, leading into this, every front page, every Instagram post we saw was Moana Jones Wong is the surfer to beat at Pipeline this week. And what a way for her to rise to the occasion.
She's got a nice personality. She's really happy. She cruises around the lineup, around the contest area. She has a big smile. She has a healthy respect for pipe. She shows, and she's spoken of how she fears this wave, but then she also conquers it. So she has a good balance on how to win an event. Look out, the coast is clear.
Well, it's about to be on. The beach party is beginning. Let's throw it down to Kaipo Guerrero for the award ceremony.
Thank you, Chris Cote, and thank you everyone here on the beach. Give yourselves a hand. This is the awards presentation for the Billabong Pro Pipeline, and we continue to set history on the shores of Ehukai. Thank you so much for coming out. Again, this is the way we're kicking off the 2022 Championship Tour. The road starts here to the WSL Finals at stop number 1, and it is a historic day. Billabong Pro Pipeline in loving memory of Andy Irons. Let's give it up for Andy Irons. I have Lindy Irons and Axel Irons on the stage with me to help out, hand out the hardware and the accolades that we're going to see today. What an incredible run. We've had back-to-back days, 2 historic days, and 2 emotional, spiritual days here at Pipeline. This has been absolutely incredible. First of all, we're grateful to kick off the tour here on the shores of Hawaii, the birthplace of He'enalu, surfing, which is a cultural practice by Kanaka Maoli, our native Hawaiians, and it was a way to find a pu'uhonua, or a place of refuge, not just for competition, but also to really get in touch with the earth. And with that spirit, we want to malama ehukai, we want to malama aina, make sure you pick up all the trash on the way out, and aloha kahi ke kahi, take care of each other. Also, thank you to the entire North Shore community that has been so supportive. Thank you, North Shore, for hosting us for this opening stop of the Championship Tour. North Shore, give yourself a hand. Of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Billabong, our presenting sponsor. Thank you so much for Billabong to keep this historic event on tour, and what a show it was. Great show on surf. Also, thank you to Red Bull. Thank you to Expedia, our partners at Shiseido, Oakley, Hydro Flask, Flying Embers, locally Spectrum TV. Thank you for airing it on the Surf Channel, and 805. Thank you to all, and special thanks to all the surfers who participated in this year's competition. Thank you very much. I have some help up here in the way of Eric Logan, the WSL CEO, and Jesse Miley Dyer, the Senior Vice President of Tours and Commissions, along with Lindy and Axel, to hand out these beautiful trophies. And of course, another historic moment with this 7-0 hand-shaped Jerry Lopez Pipeliner model with the wonderful art of surf artist Phil Roberts put it on. And this is probably the most cherished trophy in all of surfing, and it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you to Phil Roberts as well as Jerry Lopez. Let's give them a hand. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up the pride of Hawaii, 5-time world champ, Olympic gold medalist, and 2-time runner-up now here at Pipeline, Miss Carissa Moore. Incredible surfing and just one that makes Hawaii proud. Competition after competition, Carissa Moore. All right, let's get the shot, Riss. Raise it up. Carissa Moore. Want to get a word from you. How was it? Back-to-back finals here at Pipeline, getting comfortable.
Oh, I feel like I'm constantly learning. You know, today I felt like I was a little outside my comfort zone. There was a lot of water moving, and for me it was just about putting in some more time and looking at the lineup with only Moana out and Lakey earlier. So a huge thank you to WSL, and congratulations, Moana. Like, literally no one more deserving. She's put in years and years out here and a lot of time, and you could tell she did a great job.
Next stop, Sunset. What do you got on your mind?
Another heavy wave. Let's go.
Let's give it up for Carissa Moore. And our 2022 Billabong Pro Pipeline champion, North Shore born and bred, the wild card who came all the way through to take the first title over here. Everyone, Moana Jones Wong. Wow. And Moana, feel this board. I want you to feel this board. Oh, how does that feel?
When I saw the guys get this yesterday, I was like, I want this.
Talk about your journey coming back into a jersey. You won the HIC Pipe Pro earlier, late in 2021. Brought that momentum here, and now you won your first championship tour event. How are you feeling about that?
I'm on the verge of crying again, but I'm so happy. I don't even know what to say. I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you, my family. Everyone that came down. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Pipeline. I'm so stoked.
I want you to relish in this moment, and I want everyone to give a giant round of applause, because this is history. Your first CT. And you know what? Is it okay to start calling her the Queen of Pipeline? Moana Jones Wong. And with that being said, I'm going to throw it back to the 8:05 post show. Take it away, Chris.
Thank you so much, Kaipo, and I think she's earned that title and some, the Queen of Pipeline, Moana Jones Wong. We have plenty of post show to come. I want to send a special shout out and send love to the Cole family. We did lose an icon in Peter Cole just recently, so we want to send our love to the Ohana. Peter Cole, a legend of our sport. So the Women's Championship Tour rolls on to Sunset Beach, and here's how it stands for now. Moana Jones Wong, a wild card, sitting at #1 in the world. And then the rest of the list, well, we're used to seeing these names up top. Looking forward, Sunset Beach. I mean, I'm seeing that wave really fit into the strengths of all these surfers in the top 10. This is going to be such a fun start to the championship tour.
It really is, and it's such a nice shakeup, Rosie, with Moana winning and leading the ratings, and she's such a petite girl. I think at Pa'alakai Mart down in Waialua, you can buy a musubi for $1. Well, she just won 80 grand. She can go buy 80,000 musubis.
Oh, wow.
And help pad her a little bit for
Please
Sunset
don't.
Beach.
Yeah, we didn't, I think like the smile was for Pipeline, but now that smile is just growing because, I mean, you said it right there. We don't talk a lot about prize money, but we should. $80,000 equal prize pay across men and women's. And wow, that is quite a day for this young surfer. And you know the confidence will stay with her. She heads over to Sunset Beach. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with your top 5, Sunset preview, and more. You're watching the 8:05 post show. Welcome back to the 805 Post Show, part of the Billabong Pro Pipeline. We've been live from the North Shore of Oahu all week long. And the waves, well, they showed up in full force. Local wild card, Moana Jones Wong, not only getting the victory, getting the trophy, the prize purse, but also, and this might be the most priceless thing for Moana Jones Wong, she has a red carpet to Sunset Beach, earned it with every second she spent in the water here at Pipeline. But now we could see a little kind of rattle around at the top of the rankings with a wild card up there coming through with really no points on the board. So this is going to make things that much more interesting as we head towards Sunset Beach.
Yeah, and you know, this is the greatest thing about our sport is every surf spot has favorites and it plays into people's hands. And Moana she's the woman out here. She's the one to beat. But at Sunset, I'm not so sure. You know, at Sunset, it's you know, it's a power surfing kind of zone where, you know, the heavy rail surfing is the one that's going to shine through, and that's where the Chris's and the Tylers and some of those tour heavyweights are going to have their day. Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, I want to see how Moana's strengths come into play as we head into Sunset, and how her talent extends past Pipeline. But you've also got to think to yourself, as a wild card coming into stop number 2, we've got that mid-year cut coming into play. I mean, she can upset a lot of women's dreams heading into that next part of the season, looking for that top 10 spot for requalification.
Yeah, I love it, and it just makes it that much more dynamic. And Ross, I think you're the first commentator that I ever heard call Sunset Beach a haunted house. And now every time I look at it when it's big, I can't get that out of my mind. So it's all happening. Coming up next, the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach, presented by Shiseido. Then we head over to Portugal for the Mayo Pro Portugal, and then the iconic Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, Margaret River, big open ocean wave there. G-Land, everybody excited to see what happens at the Quicksilver Roxy Pro G-Land. Then a brand new stop on tour, Surf City El Salvador Pro, presented by Corona. The Oi Rio Pro will be right after that. Then in July, the Corona Open J-Bay, Tahiti Pro, and it all comes down to the Rip Curl WSL Finals at Lower Trestles, California. We got a lot of surfing to get through before we start talking about that road to the finals, but I'll tell you, it's going to come in hot with that mid-year Savage cut. It's anyone's ball game from here on out. So when you talk about the Billabong Pro Pipeline, you'll always remember some of the moments that we've seen throughout the week. But right now, it's all about the top 5 moments for the final day for the women here. And they lived up to it. The rookies, from the jump of this event from day one, this rookie class is looking like the best ever. Every female rookie made it into the round of 16.
Yeah, Gabriella, by the way, look out for her at Sunset. She's got a heavy foot, Rosie. Betty Lou surfed pretty good out here at Backdoor. She was really impressive. Molly, I don't know, they're all little shredders.
Yeah, Moana Silva, I mean, even looking at those faces, the fresh faces on tour, you know, 3 of them Hawaiian, lots of experience out at Sunset Beach. So already done well at stop number 1. So fun to see them. I mean, that's always the expectation at these heavy water waves. How are the rookies going to do? And they fared really well.
I took a walk the other day when Sunset was pulsing down the beach. I saw so many faces coming in from the water, heading out. I saw Betty Lou Sakura Johnson doing her research. So, I mean, you can't talk enough about this rookie class. It's the best I've ever seen it. Speaking of one of the best ever, Malia Manuel really set the tone. Style, grace, power, right there. She is definitely in the conversation to potentially fight for a world title this year.
Yeah, this is a good lineup for her as far as the schedule goes. She surfs great in powerful waves, and she looked really good. That was one of the barrels of the event so far, or in this event, Rosie.
Yeah, just love what Malia was bringing to the table. Unfortunately, fell out of the mix in the quarterfinals, but excited to see her in Sunset.
Well, Tyler Wright always provides fireworks. This was one of the best waves of the event, going backdoor. Didn't make it through this heat, but definitely broke through the hearts and minds of surf fans all over the world with an incredible performance in the semifinals.
Tyler's brave. I mean, that's obvious. And so when she's spending a time here in Hawaii surfing an event at Pipeline and Sunset, it goes into her hands.
I'm buying a Tyler Wright jersey ASAP. Carissa Moore in a rare second place on the top 5. Carissa, I mean, of course, doing it with pure class. going out there and proving that she is the Golden Girl.
Yeah, and this was such a good final. I mean, with Carissa and the wildcard Moana, I think two of the best really rose to the occasion to be in the final. Carissa, she's all for it.
And our number one in our top 5 overall for the entirety of the Billabong Pro Pipeline goes to Moana Jones Wong. Her resume just tripled in length with what she did today.
It's amazing. I mean, she's going to be buzzing after today, obviously achieving her life goal. But on top of that, she's learning that she's going to be suiting up in 5 days at Sunset Beach. So you can imagine the adrenaline right now, Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, what a moment for Moana. Like you said, it's just that dream realized, and that, I mean, there's no better feeling as an athlete to have that dream, those expectations rolling in, and all of that coming to fruition. So super fun to watch her.
And give it up to Hawaii. 2 Hawaiian finalists right there. I mean, just flag in the sand, special moments all around. And that right there was all the buildup we needed. The championship tour is off to an incredible start. You know, you talk about just a cannon shot out into the world. And I love the decision to start right here at Pipeline because it just sets an unprecedented tone for the entirety.
I mean, the good thing about Hawaii is it's a surf contest. You have performances, but you also have Mother Nature, and that really draws in everyone's emotions. And I think we all need a good nap after this event. I mean, it really served up some emotion, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't like everything that we've done throughout the week. I mean, as surf fans, and we get to sit here and watch it all unfold, this whole thing has just been so emotionally charged, and all of the performances have really brought us back into that inspired realm that we love so much.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens on the internet tonight. You know there's going to be a lot of celebrations and a lot of positivity for surfing. Coming up next, the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach presented by Shiseido. Could start February 11th. Stay tuned.
It's the most dangerous, intense, gnarly, challenging waves the girls have ever surfed in a CT event.
Here we go. Moana Jones pulls off the bottom, pulls into the tube. Can she make it out?
Moana Jones Wong pulling up under the curtain, standing tall.
Here we go out the back on the right-hander. Back door in the barrel. Tyler Wright comes out.
Carissa Moore will meet Moana Jones Wong in the final. Tidy little backside tube right there.
Moana, pipe barrel just underneath the hook, coming out with a spin. Arms up tall, the Vulcan House is loving that. Moana Jones Wong, you are #1 in the world.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.